Hello, this is William Michael of the Classical Liberal Arts Academy, and in this talk I'd like to answer a question that I received about some confusion about the high school program in the Classical Liberal Arts Academy, and I'd like to clear this up. In order to do this, I'm going to share my screen here so we can take a look at the study center together. And first I'll show you what the confusion relates to, and then I'll explain so everything is crystal clear. If you go to the Academy Study Center and on the front page of the Study Center scroll down to the list of courses, you'll see that as we move through these courses we have the Trivium courses, then we have the Quadrivium courses, the philosophy courses, theology courses, humanities courses, and this marks the end of the classical study program. As we continue, though, we get to the modern studies, and we see courses like English reading, modern mathematics, modern sciences, and so on. Then we see the petty school program, and then down further we see the high school diploma program. The high school diploma program, and as we look at these courses we see English, Latin, history, math, science for the 4 years of high school. And it can be a little confusing because you say, well, what are the students studying in Latin, in freshman Latin? And the answer is they're studying the content of the Latin reading and Latin grammar courses. So we've got sort of an overlap or a repeat of course content. There are individual courses up here. If we look, we find Latin Reading 1, for example, and classical grammar, even Latin grammar. And all of these courses, the content of these courses is included down below in this high school diploma program. So the question is, what exactly is going on here? Are these the same things as the other courses? What are these other courses? So let me just explain what the difference is between these things. The high school diploma program is a separate program. It exists only to make it easy for students to satisfy the minimum requirements of a high school diploma. That's the purpose of these courses. This freshman English course, the intention of it is to satisfy the requirements of freshman English for a high school diploma. That's the purpose of these courses. These are separate courses that serve no other purpose in our program except to lead students to the completion of a high school diploma. And we seek to do this as efficiently as possible. That's the purpose of these courses. Now, the content of these courses is drawn from the courses above. These courses that are arranged in these different subject areas like Trivium, Quadrivium, and so on. What's different is all of these courses in the Trivium, Quadrivium, philosophy, theology, humanities, and modern studies, these are all self-paced, standalone courses. They supply content for the high school diploma program courses, but these are all standalone, self-paced courses. So that's the difference. We've got two separate programs going on. On the one side, we've got students studying standalone courses at their own pace for mastery. That's what all these courses are for. And then separately, we have the high school diploma program, which is intended to simply help students satisfy the minimum requirements for a high school diploma. So, if you're concerned with your child getting a high school diploma, you should use the high school diploma courses in order to fulfill those requirements. If you want your child to pursue a classical Catholic education for mastery at his or her own pace, well then these standalone courses would be what you're looking for. Now, my intention is for students to use both. We live in a country with compulsory education laws. We have to provide our children with an education that is at least as good as the public school study program. And while some may scoff at that, there is still some substance, some standard required for a modern public school diploma. It's not much, but it's still something. And many homeschool families can get themselves into a habit of scoffing at things and then turning around and doing less. So what I would recommend is, in order to satisfy compulsory education laws, use the high school program courses. That's these courses down at the bottom of the course list that simply serve the high school diploma program. I would recommend families use these courses to satisfy high school requirements. Above and beyond that, if parents want their children to study a course like Latin reading or classical arithmetic or something that belongs to our classical Catholic study program, then in addition to these basic high school diploma courses, I would recommend that the students add the standalone courses to their list of studies in the Classical Liberal Arts Academy. Now, when the time comes for a diploma, that's pretty simple and straightforward. The student completes the diploma program and he's prepared for a high school diploma. Very simple. But if you're thinking about college admission and you want to put together a transcript that is significant and shows that a student has gone above and beyond the minimum requirements for a high school diploma, that's what these standalone courses can be used for and should be used for. Now, if you have a student and you just want to focus on mastery of the classical Catholic curriculum and you have no concern about high school diplomas and things like that, then you can have your children focus entirely on the standalone courses in the study center. You can have your students work through these courses for mastery at their own pace and pursue your own educational goals as a parent in your homeschool. You don't have to use the high school diploma program, but at the same time, I think it's the easiest way to satisfy high school diploma requirements and then just supplement it with other standalone courses. That's just an option for how to handle studies. So you can make use of the high school diploma program or you can completely ignore it. It doesn't matter. There are a number of different ways to handle studies based on your own goals, based on your students' interest and ability, how much time you have, and so on. So I hope that clarifies things between all of these standalone courses and the separate high school diploma courses that are just for high school diploma requirements. That's the difference between these programs and what you see here on the course list on the study center. And I hope that helps parents see how they can serve these two different sets of goals in education. First, to provide their children with the requirements for a high school diploma, because that opens up all of a child's options as he enters into young adulthood, but also to pursue the goals of a true Christian education by the study of the classical Catholic curriculum. There's a way for parents to handle both of these, but parents have to learn how to do that, and if you'd like to talk about that more, just get in touch. I'd be happy to help you get things set up and rolling and just continue to clarify these things, answering any questions you have until you're satisfied and feel confident moving forward with studies. So again, I'm William Michael of the Classical Liberal Arts Academy. In this talk, we simply went through the differences between the high school diploma program and all of the standalone courses on the Academy Study Center. If you've got any questions, you can email me. The email address is mail@classicalliberalarts.com. That's the easiest way to get in touch with us. You can also post on the Parents Forum at classicalliberalarts.com/parents. I hope that's helpful. God bless.